Fidel Castro was born August 13, 1921 in Biran, Cuba. He was a Cuban revolutionary, politician, and communist. He became Prime Minister of Cuba in 1959 when he overthrew Fulgencio Batista for being a dictator towards the people of Cuba. Then in 1976 he became president until 2008 when he passed down the presidency to his brother Raúl Castro. Although Castro is notoriously known for his roles in events such as establishing communism in Latin America, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the Bay of Pigs invasion, Castro also did a lot of good for Cuba and other countries in Africa. Fidel Castro brought universal healthcare to Cuba. Since Fidel Castro took over, infant mortality rate has skyrocketed. Babies aren't dying. This is because a trip to the hospital has no cost. And in the U.S., the rate of babies dying per 1,000 live births is 5.3, while in Cuba it is 4.3. Life expectancy has also risen from approximately 70 years to 78. This is because healthcare is free, and it has helped people survive from disease or sickness. Cuba spends 10% of their GDP for health. That's a lot. It means healthcare and lives are really valued thanks to Castro. Castro also established universal education in Cuba. Public schools, of course, were free. Even universities were free. All you needed to do was pass an exam. Because of this, so many kids from Cuba who lived in rural areas or were poor were able to get educated. Castro's main goal was to make Cuba a literate country. Cuba now has a high literacy rate of 99%, again thanks to Castro's efforts. Cuba is one of Latin America's most literate countries. Castro helped African nations fight for independence. He promoted decolonization in Africa. In 1975, he deployed Cuban troops in Angola to beat the apartheid troops supported by the U.S. Castro continued to help Angola, and it gained independence later that same year, in November. Castro is a hero in Angola's eyes. Despite all the bad, you can see Castro's efforts to make Cuba a stable country. He did lots of good that is never acknowledged. Now, would you consider Castro a good guy?